Are you a patient person? Explain.
I like to think that I'm really patient.
I have patience because, I like to wait for the right moment. I don't rush things.
I like to think I'm a very patient person. I understand people and how they think, and that sometimes you need to wait and have time.
Yeah, I consider myself pretty patient. I realize that things are gonna go the way they go no matter what you do.
Are you a patient person? Sometimes. I just hate waiting for things. I guess it's something I have to work on.
At times, yes, but I hate annoying people.
If someone is very disrespectful and doesn't deserve my patience, then I'm not patient.
I'm actually really bad with patience. I get really mad kind of easy.
I'm not a patient person at all.
No, not at all. It just bothers me when things take too long or I'm waiting for something.
I'm not a patient person at all. I like things to happen immediately.
I lose my patience a lot with sports. I'm very, competitive.
Boys. I lose patience with boys.
I lose my patience with my sister probably the most.
Usually my brother. I lose patience with my parents because they nag me about schoolwork and soccer.
I lose my patience when I have things to do and I'm somewhere and people are taking long.
Things don't happen fast enough and I have to wait around, so I don't like that. People who start fights with me and people who don't listen to me.
I lose my patience for intolerant people.
I lose my patience with disrespectful people and situations that are new to me.
How many times have we been told to just be patient? Kira, it's your line.
What? Oh, 1 second. Vince is supposed to call me, and we're supposed to go to lunch after this, and he won't answer my text or my phone call.
Well, I'm sure it can wait. I mean,
You don't understand. I texted him 2 minutes ago. He won't respond. He won't answer my calls. This is really important.
If you were more patient, you would have realized that we're on the air.
What? Oh. Why didn't you say so?
Sorry you had to see that. Patience is a virtue. That's what we'll be talking about today. Hi, everyone. I'm Matt.
Oh, and I'm Kira.
And this is RealfaithTV.
Some of the teens on the street considered themselves patient people,
while others said they struggled with being patient often.
We'll talk with them more in a few minutes, as well as meet our spotlight guest, Andy.
But first, let's meet our studio guests and see how they feel about this.
Okay, they are Ijama, Daniela, Nick, Lauren, Kelly, Phil, and Patrick.
So are you patient, and at what times do you feel most impatient?
I know for me, I'm patient to an extent, but when a slow car gets in front of me when I'm driving, I have some iffy times right there, but I'm pretty patient other than that.
I'm definitely not a patient person. That's something I really need to work on. I'm always gotta get it done now, no matter what the cost, and it causes a lot of conflicts with people.
Yeah, I agree. When I got my job, that's when I started learning to be patient because I had to deal with a bunch of customers, and a lot of them were rushing or they didn't know what they were doing, so I'd have to get them through. And at first I was like, but then eventually I was like, whatever.
Yeah, I'm the exact same way with my job. A lot of people are coming in, rushing you, making you more impatient. And for the most part, I'm pretty patient.
Yeah, I babysit sometimes, and so I feel like I need the most patience there, especially dealing with little kids, because they don't understand a lot. And
I am never patient, ever in any situation, mostly involving my cell phone, for instance, I'm always why aren't they getting back to me? I just kind of need to tone it down a little bit, and it's usually with people that have different opinions than me, because I really kind of don't want to listen sometimes, because I'm I don't agree with you, so I don't care, so I need to work on that.
I sometimes will have trouble waiting in lines for something like a roller coaster, and you're just why can't I just go on now? And it's you have this entire line in front of you, and you reach the sign, and it's 2 hours to go, and it's just
Like you guys saw with my phone and my family and friends getting back to me, I really don't have patience for them not responding to me.
I struggle with the exact same thing. I'm always come on, answer me right now.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to the teens on the street where we asked them what they do to be more patient.
And if patience is important to them as teenagers.
I don't do anything to help me be more patient. It's my personality. I don't think it'll ever change. To become more patient, I just try to wait before I get mad.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and just think about what I'm going to say and just relax.
Try to think of how frustrated they must be.
You kind of just think about the situation. It's really not a big deal.
Well, I said I meditate a little bit. I you know, do something creative like play guitar or, you know, sing.
Take a step back and look at myself and like reassess what I'm doing. Because if I'm like yelling at someone for a ridiculous thing, then you know, you just gotta take a step back.
I think if I was a patient person, it'd be a lot easier on life. So patience is pretty important.
Very important. Like you just have to sit there and wait for things to happen.
It's very important, or else you won't be able to deal with anyone if you're not patient.
It probably helps you out a lot to be patient because you're not stressed out a lot.
A lot of the problems in the world today come from people just being too overexcited about things and you know, too caught up in the moment.
So is patience a difficult thing in today's world?
It's definitely a difficult thing because we live in a very fast-paced world. Everyone wants things now, no one wants to wait for it.
Yeah, I agree. It has to do with the fact that we're all so busy and we don't really take time for certain things because everything's just so quick and everything moves so fast. We just feel like it's now or not.
I think in our society, it's being taught to us every generation, like faster is better, faster is better. And I think a lot of quality even gets taken out, let alone patience.
In addition, we have like new and improved technology also. Like with the phones, you can actually get to your messages in like a couple seconds as opposed to, you know, going home to the house phone.
Yeah, as soon as you get an email, you get to know in like 2 seconds you're already typing back an email just on your phone.
Yeah, it used to be like you would send out a letter and it would be like brought by a horse and carriage and it would take months to get the letter there. And now it's like a text message is there in seconds.
Pony Express the extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know there's a song by the Black Eyed Peas called Now Generation, and in this song they talk about how our generation right now is exactly that. We want everything now. And there's a line in the song saying, if time can't wait, then I can't wait. I think that's like exactly describes our generation. In a society that always seems to rush from one task to the next, it's difficult to be still for any length of time.
We feel the pressure of a rigid daily life, getting up and ready for school,
rushing from class to class, completing homework, or taking part in extracurricular activities keeps us moving all the time.
Even our social lives have us moving about just to spend quality time with our friends.
In many ways, stillness is not part of our routine, opening the door to impatience when our expectations aren't met.
Our spotlight guest, Andy, considers himself a patient person, especially when it comes to dealing with his family and friends.
Let's hear him now.
I think I'm a patient person, but I can lose it just like everyone else. Having 3 younger siblings, you know, that requires a lot of patience. But I think with sports even, you know, if you're behind, you gotta remain patient so you can come back and not press too much. And even in work, you know, to remain patient with customers because they're always right. It's probably most difficult for me to be patient with myself and my parents because we both have such high expectations for me that I can get frustrated when I don't live up to them, and so sometimes I think I can be unfair on myself, and that can cause me to be impatient. I just kind of get into like a bad habit of taking it out on probably my parents. When I'm impatient, I try to separate myself from the situation so that I can calm down. I try to do something that'll relax me, whether it's like listening to music or reading a book, watching TV. To become more patient with those around me, I think I just need to keep things in perspective and realize that whatever they're doing that could be bothering me is not that important compared to other things in life. Patience is extremely important with friendships and relationships because if you're feeling stressed out or something like that, you can take it out on someone else, and if they're not patient, then could just drive you guys apart. If they do that to you, then it could have the same effect. So I think it's really important to be patient with your friends and